comedy shows.
Yo, you gotta let that dead in the middle of the little.
Everybody just the fucking floor till we crack fuck the ball. If they move, little shoot that fucking whore. They in the middle of little, then we know every middle to middle, didn't do this.
Okay. Mauricio! DJ Apps in the building. Raso, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It's so fucking dark in here. We don't know who the hell in here.
All right, that's cool.
Okay, Statue of Liberty.
Moonlights. Moonlights.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
So listen, we're gonna act like we didn't just, we're upstairs on the radio having our interview, and we're gonna give you guys an amazing interview. So what people got on the radio, we gonna give y'all the raw version. Y'all ready for that? Yeah. All right. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you, man.
How many years in the business officially?
Shit, 20-something, 23 years or something. Yeah.
Wow, and hip hop. That's unheard of. That is unheard of. You know what I mean?
Unheard of. I heard, lower that 1 second, guys. I just heard, like, I was in the restroom washing my hands because I ate the Crab Man. The Crab Man caught me out there. Crab Man 305, and I started killing. Yo, Smitty! That's my engineer right there, Smitty on the beats right there. So, I ate some Crab Man, so I had to wash my hands, and they played the Raindrop, Drop Top, right? And I feel like, it may be too premature, but I feel like with today's era, they heading towards legendary status, those kids, for today's era.
Migos.
I don't know who else I can say that about, but yeah, because they got a bunch of, even though it's like ignorant hits, it's my little to the left,
right,
my nigga to the right, little mama keep on looking at me. But them niggas got hits, and that Raindrop Drop Top, that was a move right there.
It was. So how do you feel about the state of hip hop right now after being in it for over 20 years? What you seeing right now?
Well, you know, I always love to see young brothers and sisters come up. You know what I mean? I never want to be the OG rapper to talk bad about them or wish them wrong. I wish them all the most success, the most wealth in the world. That's a bless up like a motherfucker. And what happens is, but you know, lately some of them been saying some disrespectful shit to like Biggie and shit like that. Rest in peace. And like I said, you know, you gotta know where you coming from to know where you going to. And with me, you know, I always pay homage to the guys before me. You know, I was just asked earlier, what's the best era of hip hop? And I would say, you know, the LL Cool J, the Heavy D's, the Big Daddy Kane, the Public Enemies, the Queen Latifah, Salt and Pepper, MC Light, like those the guys who paved the way for me. You know what I'm saying? So all these years later, some of you guys might be in the audience like, damn, Joe Crack a legend, but those are legends to me. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm just thinking you know, the new era should understand who paved the way for them to get to where they are.
Talking about paving the way, with your Terror Squad movement, you created a platform to pave the way for one of the biggest Latin hip-hop rappers other than yourself. Rest in peace, Big Pun. AKA
Big Pun, make some noise for Big Pun. Let me tell you something, if you don't know about Big Pun, go Google that guy. It's one of the best that ever touched the mic. You know, I never wanted it all to myself, you know what I'm saying? So when I met Pun, he blew my mind. And immediately I knew once he said one verse, I knew like he was the best at the time. And I took him to Nas, I took him to Coogee Rap, and I let him rap for them. And I see their eyes opened up, and I was like, oh man, I got one. And people don't know, I was cool with Biggie before he blew up. I was cool with Puff Daddy when his chain was like see-through, invisible. He was the same Puff Daddy minus the millions, right? So I saw what he did with Biggie, so when I met Pun, I was like, oh shit, I can make him the Spanish Biggie.
Right.
You know, so I threw that Versace on him, that convertible Benz. You know, we just took it upscale, and you know, it's my biggest contribution to the music game for sure, is discovering Big Pun and bringing bringing somebody like that to the hip hop culture.
Big pun, and then you talk about your contributions to the hip hop game. So from Big Pun, and we fast forward now, another contribution that you delivered to the hip hop game was actually DJ Khaled. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, man. I be in this house like, damn, you got all this, nigga? Like, oh man, I'm proud of him, man. I mean, you guys just got to discover what I discovered. So when I moved to Miami, I moved to Miami because of Khaled and Cool and Dre. I fell in love with them. And so I said, you know what, I'm gonna move out of New York, I'm gonna go to Miami, and everybody always embraced me in Miami, and you know, I probably, all jokes aside, was probably the only rapper you ever saw in New York in the corner bodega, Harlem, the Rucker games, and this. So New York was dumb pissed at me when I moved to Miami, but I moved over here because I fell in love with Khaled. Well now, all these years later, 15, 20 years later, you got Snapchat. Now you all fell in love with Khaled, and you're like, oh man, he's amazing. But I had Khaled all to myself. And you know, I'm proud of him. You know, he's my daughter's godfather. And this guy, man, I call him the real Black Beatle. He's a Beatle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like wherever he
rock
go,
star, yeah.
He's a rock star. Wherever he go, 2,000 kids come out, 3,000 kids. I mean, that's amazing. Just for being a good person. Forget that. Just for people loving his vibe, loving his aura, what he got to say. You know, this world is so filled with negativity and bad vibes that you finally get somebody who's crazy enough to talk to his flowers, and you're like, oh shit, I love this guy. I love him.
So now, fast forward again, starting off 20-something years later, you reconnect with Remy Ma.
Wow. Yeah, that shit crazy.
Your whole story is crazy, and it's like, while we talk about it, we're amazed as we're both talking about it, and I'm sure the audience is as well. How do you, all these years later, after discovering her and Lean Back, which was a crazy smash hit, and all these years later, is all the way up, #1?
Jesus Christ.
Talk to me.
Yeah. She was crazy. And yeah, she was all the way crazy. And you know, I used to, like a big brother, try to calm her down and try to, like, whatever, right? So we had a fallout, and then when she went away, she had called me maybe 6 months before she came home, but we hadn't talked. And she was like, boom, so the phone says, you know, collect phone call, reminisce, Smith, whatever. So then I pick up the phone, I don't say nothing. I'll never forget, I was driving in Miami, I was on Pine Tree or something, and so she was like, yo, and I was like, yo. And she was like, waited like 20 seconds, she was like, yo. I was like, yo. I was like, yo, Remy, you called me, what the fuck is up? And she was like, I miss you, I love you, my brother. And I was the same, that's all it took. And I was like, I love you, I feel like you still the best in the game. I know you could be the best, come out here, be humble, be focused, this and that, but we didn't talk about making music. So now me and Remy start having, when she come home, random lunches and dinners, just too deep. Like nigga be like, oh shit, that's Remy and Joe, they sitting over there eating. So and then I had a show in the Bronx I did for this BX Fight Clubs. They say guns down, hands up.
Yeah.
So, you know, I went and did a show for them. So when I did it, I said, yo, Ram, come through. Let's blow this down. So when she came, we killed it. And when I walked into her car, she lowered the window and she put the thumbs up. And I was like, yo, hold up, Ram, what you trying to say? She was like, go to Miami, start cooking. I said, all right. So the rest is history. I went, we did the album. Smitty was there every day. Cool and Dre was there every day. We actually did, she did her verse of All the Way Up the day after her wedding.
Wow.
So I went to her wedding and she looked all beautiful and everything. So she canceled her honeymoon and came to the studio. But she's in love. She got this dude with her, this black love, this. I'm like, yo, listen, bro. Before we recorded a vocal, I'm screaming at her for like 2 hours, sweating bullets. Like if I took it, you gotta go bad. All this nice wedding shit is out the window. You wanna be the best at it. Like I stressed her so out. She was like, all right, I'm going in the booth. And then just let me know, and then the business out. And I knew it. Like I knew it. I was like, yo, we could do it. And the album is called Plata O Plomo. This album is phenomenal, guys. It's incredible. It's the hottest album coming out. You can pre-order it now. It comes out February 17th. Nobody got nothing on this album. And Fat Joe not crazy. I'm not going to be talking to you on your face, lying to you. You're going to learn what a real quality album is from A to Z. If you're a real hip-hop, looking for the beats and rhymes, we got that. If you're a female, you looking for them songs, yes. If you're looking for the club joints, we got it. If you're looking for the sentimental, heartfelt, we got it. So this album's pretty incredible.
Looks like you've been cooking.
Rosso Valid in the building. What's up, Rosso?
Explain the name of the album.
Oh, well, you know I'm a big fan of Narcos and Pablo Escobar. So, you know, Pablo Escobar, they would stop him. He would have an 18-wheeler full of work. And the army would stop him and they would be like, yo, what's in the back? He'd be like, 10,000 kilos. And oh, really? Like, yes, and I can give you Plata O Plomo. So basically the Plata means he'll give them all the money they want to let them go by. If not, then we could do this with the bullets. So that's how I feel with competition in rap music. Like we can give it to you, the nice guy. If you want to come at me and Rem, we know how to do that.
Got you, got you. Are you guys ready to hear that album? Yeah. For real, man. Joe, I just really have to give you your props of staying consistent, being who you are. We've watched a lot of people come in the game and they disappear or they change who they are or they jump on social media to become something they're really not.
That shit crazy, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dying for relevance and stuff like that. You've always maintained. How easy or difficult is it?
It's difficult. And basically, I say all the time, I married hip hop without a divorce clause. So basically, I gave my life to hip hop and the hip hop culture, and studying everybody. When I go to the clubs, I don't go to the clubs. When you see me in the clubs, you might be like, yo, Fat Joe's a dick. He ain't even moving. That's not the case. It's like I'm in college and I study what the girls like, what the dudes want to sing. I study the beats. Let me tell you how we came up with Make It Rain. I was in Memphis, Tennessee, and there's a DJ, remember A Baby? A Baby? Yeah. So he in Dallas, shout out A Baby. But one night he was
Hurricane Chris?
No, but he's Hurricane Chris, but he made that song about Baby. Right. DJ Baby, who was the trap house in Memphis. So I went to see Baby DJ, and he never played one New York song the whole night. And I didn't get mad. There was this heavy set girl, and she was dancing by the speaker the whole night. She was doing her thing. And I was just sitting there like I sit there in the club, and I just kept watching her. And they was playing all the 3-6 Mafia, all the down south joints, and I was just looking, and she kept dancing to every song, and he wouldn't play no New York. So I flew back to Miami, and I went with Scott Storch. I said, yo, we gonna make a trap song. He was like, Fat Joe digging in the crates underground, New York. No way, you kidding me? This? It's like, listen, if we want to get played, we better make a trap song. So then he started making the beat, and I started visualizing the girl, and I said, nah, she ain't dancing to that. She ain't dancing to that. Trust me, she ain't dancing. And then it finally hit the with the drums. I was like, oh, she's dancing. And that's how I came up with Make It Rain.
That is an awesome story, man. Hey, I want to give an opportunity for you guys to ask Fat Joe a couple questions before we take some pictures and keep the whole situation going. Joey, just let them know again the name of the album, when it's dropping. And
the name of the album is called Plata O Plomo. We got everybody from Kent Jones. Kent Jones is an up-and-coming genius. He ain't just, oh, you're como stop. You heard the record, it's smash hit, platinum. But this boy is really a genius. So look out for him. He's all over the album. And then we got the OG Stephanie Mills. She's my favorite R&B chick ever of life. So I went and begged her, kissed her ass to do the song. put my moms on the phone, my aunts on the phone. We got 7th Street MBJ, the Chicago Kid. I mean, the album's incredible, you know. It's one of them albums, by the time you hear 3-4 songs, you'll be calling a friend or texting a friend like, yo, this joint is crazy, they went in. So go get that album.
And how many people see Fat Joe on Unsung? You need to watch that. You need to watch Fat Joe on Unsung. All right, I'm gonna let DJ Bulletproof take over. He's gonna pass the mic and allow you guys to answer some questions and stuff like that. I'm gonna run upstairs and prepare for the 5 o'clock rush hour mix. Make some noise for Fat Joe!
Pop Keith in the building.
All right,
Legend.
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk around. Put your hands up in the air if you want to ask a question. Please remember, one question only, all right? Annie has a mic also? All right, so she's going to take that side. I'm going to take this side also, all right? So let's start over here. Anybody over here wants to ask a question for Fat Joe? In the back?
Do you have any advice for a new artist or a new manager that's trying to make it in the music industry?
Well, no advice would be, the best advice would be take advantage of social media because it's free. You know, it used to cost you a lot of money to promote yourself or whatever you're doing, but I mean, some of your friends might say you playing yourself, but the truth is, it's free and everybody around the world sees it and you never know who's watching. So my slogan is, you know, like Nike got just do it. My slogan is, you gotta be in the game. You never know. You got that, it's a two-sided, gotta be in the game, you never know. Because you gotta be the best at what you're gonna be, whether it's music, whether it's just a job, whether it's a career, whether it's whatever you do, you gotta do it to the best of your capabilities, and that's what you truly love. One day somebody might see you and give you that opportunity. Like one of my favorite shows is this show called Undercover Boss. They don't know the boss is coming through, right? But because you doing your thing and you doing your thing, the boss saw you doing your thing, he made you the manager. You never know.
All right, the next question right here. Say your name and ask your question.
How you doing, Joe? This is Free. I see that, what's your secret in keeping everybody together? I see a lot of New York people, y'all got that, you know, that bond, like y'all stick together.
Shit.
What's your key?
I don't know. I just try to be a good person. I try to not burn no bridges. I try to be supportive of everybody. You know what I mean? And try to show people, like what you see, I try to show them all the time, whether it's here in Miami or there in New York. The reason I moved to Miami was because New York was on some bullshit where everybody was fighting with each other, everybody was dissing each other, and the energy was bad. When I first came up, everybody wanted to help everybody. It wasn't like competition. And the money always makes shit evil because everybody want to go after each other thinking that everybody gonna get the most money when there's so much money to be made. Like you ain't gotta block no other man, no other chick. You get yours, they get theirs. As simple as that.
All right, let's get that question over there.
I'm E. Yeah, my question is about like the album sales, like right now versus back then, because I grew up off of your era, and I'm just saying, like, you know, music right now, they're really not selling, they're not going platinum, like the J. Cole's and the Kendrick Lamar going platinum. But back then with y'all, you know, it used to be platinum like all the time. But now, I don't understand that. It's because
What happens is it's free. So what happens is you gotta be a real fan to buy the music. If you're not a real fan, then you'll just get it free on some shit. So some people feel like, why should I buy it? It's free. Back in them days, it was like, yo, we got to buy the shit. Not only that, you got to buy the whole album. So now what happens, you put your album on iTunes, niggas can say, I like this song, I like that song. You know what I'm saying? And they won't buy the whole album. So that's the difference of now. Now you have, it's diluted. So, you know, with me, I just take the good with the bad. If the album does good, great. If it doesn't, I try it.
But
you know.
But the thing is, back then it was about lyrics. like going hard with it.
Well, this album is about lyrics, man. So you make sure you go pre-order that album, boy, because that shit is seriously about lyrics.
All right, let's get this question real quick.
Yeah, how you doing? Miami CJ here. Hey, what's your views, family, on streaming?
Streaming? You know, it's the gift and the curse. It plays right into what this guy's saying. He's saying, you know, yo, you're gonna sell less albums because of streaming, but you're open to more people, a bigger audience. All right, let me put it like this. These reggaeton dudes are selling out American Airlines arenas all the time, and they sell 3,000 albums their first week. And there's 22,000 people going to see them every night. So that just lets you know somebody's stealing the music, or somebody's streaming it, somebody ain't really buying it. But at the same time, they packing out Madison Square Garden. So you can't say they're not lit. It's just because of the times. That's how it is now. It's crazy.
We have one over here.
What's up, Fat Joe? Dios te bendiga.
Yo te bendiga a ti, mami.
Eso es lo que te quería
Tú sabes, mi amor.
Bendiciones.
Soy muy orgulloso de ser latino también, ya tú sabes.
Y eso porque te amo. That's all I wanted to hear was some Spanish from you.
I know, I'm just saying.
I feel that.
We everything. We African and
We
Spanish.
love each other. So
Okay.
I love you very much. Que Dios te bendiga. You keep doing your do, man.
You too. God bless you too,
You're the
mama.
Shizzle.
Thank you. Woo!
Let's get this question over here.
Yo hablo español, pero yo me preguntas en inglés.
No, you really speak Spanish.
Yeah. So Big Tino Rap Platform Podcast, y'all check that out. My question for you is, got a plug.
Sure.
Hey, listen, what kept you motivated from Represent album to now?
Wow. Well, you know me, I think I lie to myself all the time and say I'm underrated. And so I always say I'm underrated. And so I always continue to tell myself, yo, they sleeping on me. So that's why I've been able to just keep working for all these years. To just give you a concept, right? Somebody who I respect and I love very, very much, right? Gloria Stefan's husband, right? They did a Latinos explosion, but they never mentioned Fat Joe or Big Pun, right? And those are friends of mine, and that's nothing. I love the show, but they never did, right? All Latinos being since day one in hip hop, since day one, since the birth. If you go back to the archives, the hieroglyphics of hip hop, and you go to the first place it ever was discovered, it's half Latino, half black there. That's facts. So now what I'm saying to you is that if I don't continue to push forward and make hot music and continue the legacy, nobody's gonna do it for me. So that's why I continue to make it a no-brainer. I'll continue to give you hits and keep going and give you hits and gifts till you can't front. Till somebody gotta be like, nah, you can't front on that dude. Like you know, like somebody would really sound stupid right now saying, yo, he's a one-hit wonder, you be like, nah, come on, B, like cut it out. Like, so that's what it's about for me, man.
All right, I think we got time for, let's see, we got maybe 3 more questions because, you know, we don't want to hold Joe up. But we're going to have 3 more questions. Let me get this gentleman first, then you next, and then the lady over here.
Yo, Craig.
What's up, baby?
What's up, man? So I'm a New Yorker, man. So I was in New York 06, you know what I mean, when the battle went down. One of the dopest records I heard from your catalog. You know what I'm about to say?
No.
Free Again.
Free Again.
Tell me how Free Again came about. I think that'd be an interesting story for everybody in the crowd.
Well, you're not gonna believe it, but it's a song I did when I went away. I went to jail in Miami. Tried out for 3 months, and so I thought I was going to jail in New York. I don't know if y'all know I had 400 niggas waiting for me in every jail in New York, and the last day they said, no, you going to Miami. I was like, oh shit, like, so I went in there and did a lot of soul searching, a lot of thinking how I'm gonna get this money as soon as I get out, whatever the case may be. And I wrote a song for K Slay. And then K Slay turned around and threw 50 Cent on the song too. So if y'all don't know, you know, at one time me and 50 Cent had a lot of drama, beef, whatever the case may be. So he put the song together, and it was me and 50 Cent on the song, and it was like, it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? And now me and 50 is friends, and we cool, and we made peace, and once I shake hands with somebody, you know, it's pretty much peace forever. So, you know, he's always supporting me, man, I support him. It's all good, man. I prefer peace over war.
Let's get a gentleman over there.
Joe, Big Mike here. Back to the question with entertainers and the music and buying albums as opposed to tracks. Do you think that entertainers such as yourself and other entertainers should spend a little time educating the youngsters? Because I'm old school. I still go and buy albums. I don't buy tracks. I don't downloads. I buy original albums because I know the value of an album that I have from back in the day. So do you think, the question is, do you think entertainers such as yourself should spend a little time educating?
I mean, it's an interesting question. What happens is, I like albums because it shows you the quality of work, the body of work. So imagine if one of my favorite artists on the earth is Kanye West, right? But imagine Kanye only put out singles. We would have never heard all those albums going into shit. And I'm looking back. Sorry, I got it. You would have never caught all that. You would have just caught songs that were singles, and it would have just been that. So the album shows from A to Z the quality of work of an artist. What are they able to do? That's what's been robbed. Another thing is, when your favorite artists come out with albums, you gotta support it, because what happens is most of them are signed to record labels and they got somebody putting up that bread. And now if they don't make the bread back, like how many times you heard an artist that was like really, really dope, but you never heard of them again? It's because somebody put up the bread and they make their money back. So they turn around and say, so we saying, yo, we like their music, we downloaded it for free, but they didn't make their money back. So your artist never really got paid, for one. And number two is the record label slept on him and they got rid of him thinking that he wasn't hot. But the truth is, his shit was hot, or her shit was hot. So it's very important to support the albums, and you know, that's what music is about. But to really answer your question is, the world is just based on instant gratification, and is based on pay me now. So what happens is the record labels and the whole music business has turned into whatever's hot. So now, you know, the record label is like, you know, they rather a real artist be number one, but his shit ain't selling. So they'll go with some fluke shit. I heard this one record, and I don't even, thank God I don't know who they are, so I'm not gonna be able to diss them. But like, I've been on a promo tour around the country. I was in New York, I was in Texas, I was in LA, I was here. I heard this record everywhere. This shit gotta be the worst shit I ever heard in my life. But they banging that shit like it's a hit. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, sometimes there's but so much you can do.
You remember how it goes?
Nah, I don't remember it.
All right, we got time for two more questions. Say your name and ask your question.
Goes to show you a hit record for artists out there. You should always be able to say what it is. You should always know, lean back. I'm all the way up. You should always be, it's for free. You know, it gotta be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a hit's a hit. Yeah.
Hi, Joe. My name's Amanda.
How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
You're blessing us right now. The question I really have for you is something that has always drawn me to you is your raw, authentic essence. You seem very real and true, and I think that's something that touches your fans as much as your music. How have you been able to stay so genuine and raw.
You gotta keep it real with Fat Joe. That's just the point. The point is, Fat Joe, thank you so much. The point is, Fat Joe, I come from nothing, right? So I come from just being a bum, having no money, growing up in the projects, welfare. I come from the bottom. So anything over that, I came up, right? So when I sit down and I have dinner with billionaires, I wouldn't act no different than I would act with somebody from my projects. So now you either gonna respect me and love me for who I am, and that doesn't mean being uneducated or being ratchet. That just means being true to yourself, not selling your soul, right? So say somebody is crazy as Kanye West, when he get around Fat Joe, he turn real. Yo, Joe, what's up, my nigga? Yeah, you know what's up. This. It ain't none of that extra shit. It be straight up and down the real shit. Like, yo, Joe, you know. So you know if you come to Joe, you gotta come real, cause Joe ain't playing that shit, and I ain't doing that for nothing. I won't sell my soul for nothing. And always respectful, mindful of others, always spreading love. But never gonna change for nobody. I gotta be who I am. I can't switch up for nobody.
And I'll tell you this, I know Joe for a long time. And everything that he's telling you about how he is and how real he is just that. Like, me, Papa Keith, like Joe's the kind of person like, yo, come to my crib, man. Like, you know, he's just that real. There's just that real of a person. I think that's one of the things that help you make it this long.
It's a big mistake, right? Big mistake of artists. A lot of artists start thinking they God's gift to earth. Yeah, they talented and they fortunate, but they no different than you guys. And they came up the same way as you. They worked at McDonald's, they worked wherever, they did whatever they had to do. So you can't come up around me and act like your shit don't stink. It don't work that way. You know what I mean? We all came up from humble beginnings. Thank God we got ourselves out of that, but don't try to act fly with me now. I'm not going for that. Like, so, and vice versa. You know, it's very important to treat everybody the same and stay consistent all the time. Don't be switching up, man.
All right, Joe, we want to thank you for coming out, man. Y'all make some noise for Fat Joe. Shout out to Riso Valley. Being shy, man. Come up here, bro. Come on.
Riso Valley.
Hey, Joe, we got to introduce Ryan to the people real quick.
Hey.